This week in second grade, we're focusing on fluently adding and subtracting within 20 using mental strategies. So I have a whiteboard here that is designed to represent the number racks we use in class, but today instead of using the number rack with red and white beads, we are using this design because it looks like a food table, and that goes along with the story problem I'm about to read you. That story problem says, I was talking to a friend who is thinking about giving a fancy dinner party. She isn't sure how many people she's going to invite, but she made a sketch of the table and asked us to help her figure out some ways to seat the guests. She doesn't want to leave any empty seats between people. She also said that the first person on either side of the table needs to sit closest to the food so that they can pass the dishes to the other guests. So that's what we have here. Then, if we were to seat 5 people at the dinner table, we could seat 1, 2, 3, 4, and because she wants at least one person on both sides, it would look like this and be 5. As a result, we would then write the equation for this, that is 4 plus 1 equals 5. Alternatively, we could say she wants 2 guests on one side and 3 on the other, therefore making the equation 3 plus 2 equals 5. And once again, we could say, okay, and maybe instead of 3 on that side, we'll put 3 on this side, and we can have the equation 2 plus 3 equals 5. Now, this is the introduction to the lesson because then it goes on to increase in numbers. In this example, we're considering that 10 guests were invited to the dinner party. And so we could make an equation for this by saying that there are 9 on the top plus 1 on the bottom for a total of 10 guests. We could also change it up and say that instead there are 8 on the top plus 2 on the bottom. 8 plus 2 equals 10. For those students who need a greater challenge, you can begin focusing on how there are 10 at the top plus 3 at the bottom. So 10 plus 3 equals 13. Then they can notice that by adding another one, it's 10 plus 4 equals 14. And very quickly they should start to realize that there is a pattern. So I added 6 on purpose this time. So I would say 10 plus 6 equals 16. And if your child is working at this level, they can start to notice that there is a pattern in how the answers form when you are working with 10